go to school to study this. We have a battalion of technicians that actually we've trained, to give them the skills and and the knowledge necessary to install and implement proper and well-crafted solutions.
Pretty much.
So once we determine what system you require and the parameters around which the system will be configured, what will then normally follow is we'll give you a proposal for you to consider, and once we've worked out the commercial terms, we come and do the installation. But then after that, and this is where I think also very many people fall short. A security system is like your car. Okay, you don't buy a security system. You don't go and buy your car from. You walk into DT Dolby, drive it to the brand new E-Class, okay, and then you say, oh no, for the first year, or I have warranty. I think the first 50,000 kilometers, and you still go back and check your coolant level, your oil level. You check your tire pressure.
Yes.
Okay, it's still a brand new car, but it still needs to be maintained. So most people, where they normally fall is that they'll buy a system, okay, and then leave it for a year, 2 years without any maintenance having been done. Okay, you're basically just reducing the utility of that system. So normally for us it's a journey. So once we deliver the system for you, what we'll then go into is regular preventive maintenance, so that we extend the life of the system as much as possible.
Yes.
Because the electronic components, so they'll accumulate dust. You need to get them cleaned up. The cameras, where they are, in our part of the world, dust is there. So they do need to be given some degree of attention and care.
Pretty much.
But then once we do that, so we found a solution that spoke to your issues today. Okay, in 6 months' time, okay, something might have changed. Okay. Either your business environment has changed, okay, and that could take many factors, okay. Spoke about COVID. When COVID came, it called for basically the whole world to review access, okay, to the facility, interaction between human beings, so screening and separation of human traffic. Okay, yes. So that happens. We're not then need to come in, because the situation and the profile of your risk has changed. Okay, so we'll then look at what has changed, okay, and determine what can be added or even removed, okay, to adapt to that current setting. Okay, so it's a continuous, ongoing journey. Then even as your business develops, you change your product line or how you're offering that product. Okay, all these things affect your security setup, and so we walk that journey with you to make sure that as your business adapts, then or changes, morphs, grows, that we're there to walk the journey with you to supplement or complement the security requirement.
Fantastic. So let's dial it back a bit again. This is just part of one of the questions they're going to respond to, but let me just put it like this, because I think I've already asked that particular one. It's a good thing you've spoken about how security has changed from this perspective. Even the guards themselves that are essentially, it's the most identifiable aspect of your security services. When I see a guard with an SGA badge, what am I seeing in this respect? What sort of training goes into your guards that then you would put outside there to manage these systems, to offer security solutions, to talk about security, to give risk assessment? Away from this fact, 2020 came with many lessons: communication, operations, understanding of real-time events in our surroundings.
So the guarding sector, I think, has also morphed or transformed significantly.
Yes.
We moved away from the watchman years ago, and in fact, it's something that we're trying to to rally even government. If you look at the General Wages Order, it still describes the guard as a watchman.
As a watchman.
And they're not that anymore.
They're not?
They're not. What we have today
yes.
is a private security officer.
I see that. Okay?
Because the job role has changed. Okay? And to facilitate that change has come training. Okay? So we have quite an extensive curriculum that we actually put our guards through before the guard can, proudly don the SGA uniform and actually be assigned to a post. What normally comes before that is about at least a month of training.
Yes.
Okay? Speaking to different, areas that the guard will be exposed to. The guard of today, beyond just being a doorman and looking out for controlling the access and entry, they're also they're profiling, and I use the word profiling loosely, not in a bad way. Okay, who comes through, trying to determine, is this person coming in with ill intent, or are they just the normal regular customer? Okay, they're a customer service agent, because normally the guard is the first person you'll put at the front entry of your door. Okay? And so based on how they present themselves and engage with the client, it will make the difference between that customer actually feeling welcome into your enterprise or feeling, no, I think I'd rather go somewhere else.
That's true.
Okay? So customer service becomes an integral part of the training for the guard. Okay? Like I said, the intelligence officers, because they'll come and see that person has been, they came, they stood for 3 minutes and then they left. They came, they seem to be, conducting an assessment of how the opening and closing of doors happens. Okay, so they normally flag this what they consider to be suspicious activity with us, and then we bring it to the attention of the customer.
Yes.
Even then, just people coming just with nefarious intent. As soon as they see someone walking through the door, and you can see the person is either holding a weapon or they're looking aggressive in a particular way, they'll call for assistance, lock down their premises. We've had that. Okay, so they'll also proactively look at the prevailing environmental conditions around the well-being of the business, and also take judgment calls and say, okay, fine, based on my own understanding, I think here there's potentially a problem coming in, let's lock down. Okay. They're also first aiders and fire marshals, because that's training that we take them through. Okay, so in the event that someone has a medical issue on your premises, normally they have been sufficiently trained, okay, to offer at least that first degree of medical assistance to try and preserve life or prolong life. Okay, and then they're also going now into other areas. There are those that are work with our canine section, for instance. So they're trained dog handlers, and so in detection of narcotics, of explosives, general search and patrol duties. So you sort of begin to specialize in that area. Like I said, we have those that actually serve as front office desk personnel. So their focus is customer service and just making your customers feel that they really, we have clients that our guards actually will go and even don the customers or the clients, staff uniform. Okay, we'll put them through bespoke training. So the same training that, for example, you'd put your staff through from a customer engagement, customer service perspective.
Yes.
Our guards will actually attend the same training, so they're part and parcel of the organization.
Yeah.